What if the biggest secret to getting rich isn't working harder, but thinking differently? Most people are stuck chasing paychecks, hustling non-stop, yet never feeling truly wealthy. If your money slips through your fingers every month and stress keeps you up at night, you're not alone. The painful truth? It's not about how much you earn, it's about the mindset and hidden habits shaping every financial move you make. In this video, I'll reveal the 3 mindset shifts that turned ordinary people into millionaires, shifts no one talks about but that change everything. Forget complicated strategies or quick fixes. This is real, tested financial psychology that you can start applying today. Imagine breaking free from the paycheck-to-paycheck trap and finally building wealth that lasts, without sacrificing your happiness or sanity. Ready to see money in a completely new way? Stick with me, because what you learn here could rewrite your financial future forever. Many folks get it twisted, thinking that just because they pull in a fat paycheck, they're automatically rich. But here's the kicker, earning a lot doesn't mean much if you're blowing through it as fast as it hits your bank. True wealth isn't about the numbers flashing on your paycheck, it's about how much you keep in, more importantly, how much you make that money work for you. Think about characters like Tony Stark from Iron Man. He's loaded, but his real power is in how he invests his genius and resources, not just the cash flow. Now, building wealth means focusing on assets that crank out money even when you're binge-watching Netflix or catching some Z's. It's all about creating passive income streams, whether it's rental properties, dividend-paying stocks like those blue-chip giants Apple or Coca-Cola, or even digital assets like an online course or YouTube channel. Instead of spending every dime, imagine your money going to work 24/7, growing quietly in the background like a hidden boss level you've unlocked. Most people get stuck living paycheck to paycheck, chasing a bigger salary without ever building that cushion to fall back on. The secret? Shift your mindset to prioritize saving and investing first, then spending. It's kinda like in The Pursuit of Happiness, where Will Smith's character doesn't just survive, he plans for the future and invests in himself, even in tough times. That's the difference between just making money and becoming truly wealthy. Here's a truth bomb. Without knowing this difference, you're basically stuck on a hamster wheel, running faster but never going anywhere. And here's a little teaser. Next up, you'll discover how your brain can trick you into spending too much and how to use a sneaky psychological hack to get it back on track. Trust me, it's easier than you think. Alright, here's a cool trick that's gonna change how you handle your cash without feeling like you're giving up all the fun stuff. It's called mental accounting. Basically, your brain sets up different buckets for your money. One bucket is for the essentials like rent and groceries, another is for investing, and a third is your fun fund. This way, you don't feel guilty grabbing a slice of pizza or streaming your favorite show because that's already part of the plan. Think of it like budgeting but in your head, way less stressful and more flexible. Imagine if you watched Breaking Bad not for the drama, but for the lesson on prioritizing resources. Walter White didn't just blow cash on random stuff, every dollar had a mission. That kind of focus is what mental accounting helps you build. By dividing money mentally, you get to enjoy life without messing up your financial goals. It's like giving yourself permission to live now, while still securing your future. Here's the kicker, mental accounting plays on your brain's love for categorizing things. When you know you've got a set amount for fun, you won't be tempted to dip into your savings or investment buckets. This helps you avoid that "I deserve this" impulse buy, which kills your financial education progress. Using apps like Anab, You Need a Budget, or even a simple spreadsheet can help put these mental buckets into action. It's all about turning those habits into muscle memory. By mastering this mental game, you're basically hacking your financial psychology so it works for you, not against you. This puts you way ahead of most people struggling with personal finance. And guess what? Up next, we're diving into one of the toughest but most rewarding habits, delaying gratification. Trust me, once you nail that, your wallet will thank you big time. Delayed gratification is one of those money habits that sounds simple but packs a serious punch when you actually practice it. Instead of grabbing that new gadget or outfit the second it drops, try waiting 30 days before buying it. This pause gives your brain time to cool off and decide if you really need it or if it's just a fleeting urge. Think about how Luke Skywalker didn't rush to jump into battle but trained and prepared. Same vibe applies to your spending. That wait can save you from impulse buys that drain your cash and keep you stuck in the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Why does this work? Because your financial psychology is wired to crave instant rewards, but real wealth comes from mastering patience. That 30-day wait is a simple way to flip the script, turning impulse into intentional action. Imagine instead of blowing $200 on impulse, you invest it in something that grows, like ETFs or dividend stocks, which can multiply over time. It's like planting a money tree instead of buying a candy bar. Even small changes like this can snowball into thousands of dollars saved and invested in the long run. Here's a practical example. Remember how The Office's Michael Scott impulsively spends on goofy stuff that doesn't add value? Don't be Michael. Instead, channel your inner Jim Halpert, calm, strategic, and always thinking long-term. Building this habit rewires your brain, boosts your financial education, and helps you gain control over your personal finance rather than letting your desires control you. Plus, delayed gratification builds resilience and makes those rewards you finally give yourself way sweeter. So, mastering delayed gratification sets the stage for bigger wins by breaking the habit of instant spending. And hold tight, because next up, you're going to learn how to turn those money goals into simple daily habits that really stick. It's going to be a game changer. Turning big money goals into daily habits is where the magic really happens. It's not about giant leaps but tiny steps every day that add up. Think of it like brushing your teeth or hitting the gym. Small actions you do regularly become automatic. For example, saving just $10 a day might seem small, but that's over $3,600 a year. Now, if you invest that amount wisely, say in index funds like Vanguard's VOO or ETFs that track the S&P 500, you're not just saving, you're setting up your money to grow through compound interest. Over time, those daily habits can make your bank account look like a boss's. This is the kind of mindset shift that folks in shows like Shark Tank know well. Entrepreneurs break down their big goals into daily routines, making calls, pitching ideas, or reviewing finances. That steady grind is what builds empires. You don't need to be a millionaire overnight. Just commit to small, consistent money habits that feel doable. Maybe it's cutting one coffee out a week and redirecting that cash to your savings. Over a year, that's a surprising chunk of change. The beauty of turning money goals into habits is how it trains your brain to prioritize your financial education and personal finance naturally. You stop thinking about money as this scary monster and start seeing it as a tool. This approach helps you crush the procrastination trap that so many fall into when they think about saving or investing. Plus, tracking progress daily builds motivation. You see those small wins pile up and feel pumped to keep going. And here's the kicker, when you've locked in those daily habits, you're way less likely to fall into lifestyle creep, which is exactly what we'll get into next. Keeping your expenses steady while your income grows? That's the real power move. Ready to learn how to dodge that trap? Stick around. Lifestyle creep is sneaky. It's that gradual slide where your spending rises just because your income does. You get a raise, maybe a promotion, and suddenly your fancy dinners, new gadgets, and upgraded rides start eating up your extra cash. The real trap? You're making more but saving less, so your wealth stays stuck. It's like in Friends when Joey's paycheck goes up, but he's still broke because he's spending it all on pizza and video games. The trick is to freeze your lifestyle expenses and funnel that extra dough straight into investments or savings. Here's the deal. Keeping your expenses steady while your income grows is the ultimate hack to build serious wealth. Think about Warren Buffett. He still lives in the same house he bought decades ago. It sounds boring, but it's pure financial genius. Instead of inflating your lifestyle, put the difference into assets like real estate or retirement accounts. Over time, this snowballs into a mountain of passive income, giving you real freedom, not just the illusion of it. It's easy to fall into lifestyle creep without even noticing, especially when friends or social media push you to keep up. But remember, personal finance is personal. Your wealth grows from what you keep, not what you flash. Staying disciplined means saying no to impulse buys and yes to long-term goals. That mindset separates the grinders from the dreamers, just like in The Wolf of Wall Street, except here, you're the smart wolf, not the reckless one. Next, we're gonna dive into something powerful, how the people you surround yourself with can change your money mindset and habits in ways you never expected. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. You know that saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Well, it couldn't be more true when it comes to your money habits and mindset. Hanging out with folks who get personal finance, investing, and financial education can totally change your game. It's like how in Suits, Harvey Specter surrounds himself with sharp, driven people who push him to level up. When you're around money-smart people, you start picking up their habits, mindset, and even their lingo without even realizing it. Being part of a community that values financial discipline isn't just about swapping tips, it's about shifting your mindset to believe wealth building is possible and normal. When your crew talks about stocks, budgeting, or side hustles regularly, you get inspired to do the same. Imagine joining a local investing group, or even a Facebook community where people share wins and challenges about their money goals. These relationships make financial education stick, and they keep you accountable when things get tough. On the flip side, if you hang with people who live paycheck to paycheck and spend recklessly, it's way harder to break out of that cycle. Think about it like in The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's scientific mindset wouldn't thrive if he was surrounded by constant chaos. You gotta curate your environment to support your personal finance growth. Seek mentors who have been through it, friends who value money habits, or even podcasts like The Dave Ramsey Show or Bigger Pockets to keep you motivated. The cool part? Once you surround yourself with financial winners, your money mindset levels up without you even trying. And right after that, we'll explore a timeless wisdom from the Bible about managing money that's gonna blow your mind. Ready to get enlightened? Let's go! This one's a gem that too many miss. Stewardship isn't just a fancy word, it's about managing what you have wisely. Proverbs 21 verse 20 hits hard. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. Basically, it means smart people save and invest, while others blow it all without thinking about tomorrow. It's like in the Chronicles of Narnia, when the Pevensey kids learn to take care of the kingdom, they don't just enjoy the glory, they protect and grow what's theirs. That's what real money habits look like. Stewardship means being intentional with your cash, not just making money but making it last and grow. It's about saving diligently, avoiding waste, and thinking long-term. People who master this principle get how financial education ties into their everyday choices, budgeting, investing, and planning for the unexpected. Take someone like Clark Kent, aka Superman. He uses his powers responsibly, and that's the kind of mindset you want with your money, powerful but wise. When you apply stewardship, you build a safety net that protects you and those you care about. It's not about hoarding or being stingy, it's about creating lasting security. Imagine having the peace of mind knowing you can handle emergencies, help family, or invest in causes that matter to you. That's real freedom. Plus, when you manage resources with care, you're setting yourself up for generational wealth, breaking cycles of scarcity that many families face. Here's a teaser to keep you hooked. All these money habits and mindset shifts build up to something bigger, your financial freedom. But first, you've got to understand how your brain can be your best ally or worst enemy in this journey. And guess what? That's coming up next. Remember how overwhelming it felt to be stuck chasing paychecks but never building real wealth? Now you've got the keys to break free from that cycle and start mastering money habits that stick. Imagine waking up with confidence, knowing you control your personal finance, not the other way around. This isn't just theory, it's a real, proven approach to building lasting financial freedom, and it's already starting with the steps you've learned here. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss tips that can transform your relationship with money. Trust me, there's a whole lot more coming that'll keep leveling up your financial education and mindset. You don't want to fall behind now, right? And if you're serious about taking this journey to the next level, check out my Material Holistic Health, Nourish Your Mind, Balance Your Finances, Transform Your Life. It's packed with step-by-step guidance on how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and maintain mental clarity under financial pressure. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. It's your time. Check out the material in the pinned comment. Now, what money habit will you start today? What's one small step you can take that will lead to big changes? Drop your thoughts below and let's keep this conversation going.